Raider!
Berserkers! Go back! They have berserkers!
Hi everybody and welcome to the channel. I am Richard. Today I'm gonna bring you back to the Viking era to fight and raid other players to get the products you need to build your city, but also go to the market and try to trade in a sophisticated and calm way. I'm gonna show you Viking Raiders. This is a card game for 2 to 5 players, around 45 to 60 minutes of gameplay. And it says about 9 years and above on the box, but you could go lower than that as long as you just know how to read English. The setup is quite cool and easy. The rules are not that complicated. Today, I'm going to show you the setup. I'm going to go through the rules and show you an overview of the gameplay. So let's just take a look at it. This is the setup of the game. Over here we have our Viking cards. Here we have the market pile, and we have set up the market by placing out 4 plus 4 market cards. We have our raid protection cards over here to protect us from raids, and we have victory condition card set out so all players know how many victory points we need to have of each type of card to win the game. Once we have placed out the cards on the table, we need to deal out 6 of the Viking cards to each player. Once each player has 6 cards, we are ready to start playing the game. To determine who goes first, we need to draw the top Viking card from the Viking pile. And depending on which card we get, we will get different results in who will get to go first. I got the Viking card, so this means that the one sitting most north will go first. And it's me, of course. The goal of this game is to collect the agreed amount of victory condition cards in each of the 3 categories of the game. Each of these cards are worth 1 point. If you collect another card of the same type, the points will add up, giving a total of 3 over here. Once a player have the total victory points in Navy, Clan and Loot, that player wins the game. So now we move into the actual turns. The first thing a player needs to do before doing their actions is to pick up 2 of the top Viking cards and put to their hand. You can have an unlimited amount of cards on your hand. Now, you have 2 things more that you can do on your turn. The first one is to play an action card. There's a bunch of different actions in this game. One of those actions is raid. If I choose to raid my opponent, I need to choose one of their 3 categories to raid. I choose to raid their navy. Now, this player got a chance to protect themselves. So this player gets to protect itself from my raiding Viking party. By doing that, they need to pick up 2 of the raid protection cards. Then they take them up along with the cards of the category that I wanted to raid. They mix them up real good in a way that I cannot see which card is which. Now, I need to pick one of these cards. If I manage to pick the category with the navy, I get that card. But if I draw the protection card, well, I do not get anything. I got nothing. Once I have used my action, the cards go down into the discard pile. But in the deck, there's also berserkers. These will let you cancel any action that one of your opponents are making. So for example, if somebody wants to raid you, well, you can throw this one at them and they need to go back home again. But in this game, you have a bunch of other actions as well. Cards that will let you get more protection, draw more cards, steal cards from your opponents, draw more cards and get more actions, buy more from the market, or steal clan cards. So once you have done your action, or haven't done your action because you don't need to do an action, you get a chance to buy something from the market. If you can and if you want to. To buy something from the market, you need to have the resources stated at the bottom on your hand. So to be able to buy this one, for example, you would need a stone and a Viking resource. If I have that, I pay it, put it in the discard pile, and take my card. And then I put it face up on the table in front of me for all the other players to be able to see what I have built up so far. Now when I have bought my item, I need to refill the market with the top market card from the draw pile, and then I place it in the spot where I took the card. Now, I have been able to get the number 1 victory point of the clan cards. This opened up the possibility for me to be able to buy the level 2 cards in the future. Because you need the 1 victory point card first to be able to buy number 2. And you need the number 2 victory cards to be able to buy number 3. So you have the normal resources that are worth 1 of each that is on the card. But you also have these 2. The cornucopia, for example, that will give you the ability to choose which one you would like and use to buy an item. And then you have Gift of the Gods. This one will let you choose 2 of any resources that you would like to use. But what if you just do not have the resources on your hand, but you really want to buy that card on the table? Well, then you can actually use the trade ability. This lets you to pick, for example, 1 resources that you need, but then take 2 completely different cards and use these to trade in as the resource you do not have. In the market pile, you will also find ability cards. There are 4 ability cards in the market deck, and they will give you different abilities if you can afford to buy them. The efficiency, for example, lets you buy cards with 1 less resource. The Gilly lets you win the game with 1 less victory point. Surge of Strength means that if you lose a card in a raid, you will have a chance to actually win it back. The Leadership ability lets you use 1 less raid protection cards against you when you are raiding, and 1 more when you're being raided. These ability cards will give you a permanent benefit throughout the game, as long as you manage to keep them, because some other player might steal them from you. Now, when you're having a good time buying your things and filling up the market, you might get quite unlucky and set off Stormy Seas or Ragnarök. These 2 cards are mixed into the market pile and can completely mess up your game. Ragnarök, for example, discards all players' hands. Abilities are passed to the players on the right. They get 1 Navy, Clan or Loot card at random from the player on the left, and then play passes to the next player. And thankfully, this card is removed from the game. Stormy Seas is not that bad, but it's still pretty bad. All players passes their hand of cards to the player on their right, abilities are passed to the player on their left, and all players draw 2 extra cards. The play then passes to the next player, and thankfully, this card is removed from the game. This is the way the game goes on. A player draws 2 cards, they buy something from the market if they can and want to, they play an action card if they can and want to, and you can do that either way you want to. You can buy first and play an action second, it doesn't matter. Now, while playing this game, you might look around on your competitors and feel a bit secure, looking like you have won the game. But then, all of a sudden, someone flashes this one. This is a hidden victory point, meaning that you might get this in the Viking pile while drawing your cards. You keep it secret on your hand, and when you have almost the amount you need on the table, you place this one, and then you might win the game. So here, for example, I have 6 victory points in the Navy, I have 6 victory points in the Loot, and now, because of the hidden victory point card, I have 6 victory points in the Clan as well, making me the winner again. Now, when you have played this game a couple of times, you might want a little bit more of a challenge. That's where the Chief cards comes in. These ones are handed out to each player at the start of the game, giving the players a permanent ability from the start. Another cool thing about this game is that when you get the box and you open it for the first time, you should not shuffle or touch the deck, because you can actually start to play straight out the box without even having to read the rules, because in the game from the beginning are these cards shuffled in, and these cards will lead you through the rules, meaning that the first card will start and by showing you how to actually start playing the game, and then while you have played a little bit, the next card will come and teach you more and more. This is a really, really cool feature. I don't think I've ever seen that in a card game before. These are actually planned beforehand, placed in the deck for you not to need to read the rules, which means that I should probably have told you that in the beginning of the video, but then you wouldn't have watched the video, right? So there you have it, people. That was Viking Raiders for you, a card game for 2 to 5 players, 45 to 60 minutes. This is a lot of fun, and it's really easy to learn, it's fast gameplay, and you never really feel bored by playing this, because there's always something for you to do. You can always trade to get resources, you can always raid some other players, steal cards, or before you know it, Ragnarök is coming and just messing up your whole plan. This game is a lot of fun. If you like card games, if you like fast social games, this one is for you. Check it out. There will be a Kickstarter out any day now. The link will be down here in the descriptions for the game, so check it out. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like the videos I'm making, if you like this channel, please subscribe to the channel and show me some support. It brings a smile to my face every time. And until next time, please take care of each other, and please keep on spreading that board gaming love that I know you all have. Peace.